Okay, welcome to Jeannie's Art Adventures. Today I'm working on a couple of canvases that I've done, but they've gone a little bit wrong. You can see on this one I did the lines freehand here and they're just not right. I mean, that one's way out of line. So I'm going to use some masking tape, mask off this bit, repaint the black, and then that could be it. But my daughter also said she thought it would look nice with some of these little sprinkles on. And I've also got some other like soap micas here. So I might sprinkle a little bit of that on the blues and the greens probably, or the purples, don't know yet, we'll work on it as it goes. I'm not entirely convinced whether I'm going to put that in the paint or I might put some of these, or I might even do it both. I want to do a resin finish on it and I wondered if I might sprinkle some of these in the resin and then it'll give that kind of planetary effect. And the other quick one is just this one. It was one I did the other day, playing about with feathers. But the black, I don't know whether you can see on there, it's not very even. So I'm just going to put another bit of black over. And naughty me, I stored it in the cupboard quickly, face to face with another one, and it's pulled a bit of paint off there. So literally when things like that happen, it's not a disaster. Get your paint out, plob a bit on. This isn't mixed with any Floetrol, it is just pure colour. If I can never get it out of the pot, there we are, that should be enough. And I'm just literally going to spread it over, just quickly over any edges here where I think it needs to even out the colour a little bit. Pull it a little bit down into where it's a bit careful. I don't want to lose all them nice little feathery edges that I've got, but just even out the colour a bit more. I could always do a third colour on the top if I wanted, you know, or if you think the black is just too black, you can do something like a really, really dark green or purple, dark blue. It just, if you pick the transparent colours, you get that darkness, but you don't necessarily have just the matte black. But for this, I want the black, because that's just the mood I'm in. I could take a little pointy brush and really work the colour in between those, but I'm just giving this a quick, I don't want to bore you to tears. This was actually just a quick one. I literally got the other canvas out of the cupboard and noticed that I'd caught that bit of paint. And then, you know, when you start looking at something critically, you suddenly think, oh, that isn't right there, and I don't like this bit. Sometimes I think we're our own worst critics as artists. We notice all the little faults that other people don't. I know I've been known to pick up a painting years later even, whip it down off the wall and start making a few changes to it. Once you see something, it's like your eye can't see anything else. There, over that little bit there, see? Look, gone. Go around my signature. I might even paint that out. I'm not sure I really like that signature on there. No, let's get rid of it. It wasn't very neat. I should have done it with a thinner brush. Sometimes what I do is just literally, if I've got a different colour underneath, I just scrape it out with the back of the, will it work? Yeah, sort of like that. But yeah. So it comes a bit more subtle, but I'm going to wait till that's dry and then just put it on with a thin brush. With these kind of abstract ones, because they can go any, well, I suppose this one could go any way up really, couldn't it? Hadn't thought about that. To me it's that way up because it's how I painted it, but it could go, yeah, with the ones like that, what I do then is just sign on the back of the canvas, sign it, and I don't give these ones titles, but they've all got numbers. So sign it, number it, put my blog address on, things like that, and it's done. That one's finished. Right, just going to tap that over there, and then I'm going to get the masking tape out and try and level up this a little bit. Just not happy. Oh, I might as well start with it. There. I guess most people would probably have done that bit first. But nah, I just like to get my paints out and wade in. Never been a patient person. I like everything done yesterday. And again, because I'm using not black mixed with Floetrol, but just pure thick black paint, it will go over those. I haven't quite got enough there. Typical. Use the corner bits with it. It will go over that colour fine. I did quite like that feathery edge when I first did it, but it's gone off me now. Sometimes when you first do a painting you like it, and then as time goes on there's bits that you don't like, so that's why I thought I'd just show you that it doesn't start and finish with doing a painting. Things go wrong. There is so much you can do to put it right, to make changes. So this takes, I could do this a little bit more carefully. But again, who wants to sit and watch me faffing about for ages, measuring bits of tape? I just want nice, clean, straight edges. One thing I have noticed when I was doing like the blackboards, and this is one my grandson did the other day, he did himself one, and we taped off the bottom of the board there, but you can just see a little bit. The paint, once it's mixed with the Floetrol, tends to go under this masking tape. That caught me by surprise because I've used it for years just with plain acrylic paints and oil paints, watercolours, and never had that happen. But of course it's not with fluid acrylics. You're making the paint so much runnier with the Floetrol or whatever pouring medium you're using, and it just manages to sit under between like the tape and the canvas. So just something to be aware of. Try and paint up to the tape rather than before I would have just painted up and over it. I haven't quite got that enough there. I'll just put up another little bit. There we are. Right, that's it. And then again, I should have put this upside down. There we are. I'll squeeze a bit in the middle here. There you go. It's like a big fat slug, isn't it? Right. And just literally paint along and up to the edge of the tape. And again, if this was fluid acrylics, it would take a lot longer to dry. But I'm doing it indoors at the moment, and yeah, a couple of hours and this will be lovely and dry because I've got my heating on. I hate being cold. Right, there we are. Probably put too much paint out. Won't be the first time. Certainly won't be the last. I don't have very good eyesight, so if you see me peering down here, it's because I have to get really close up to see properly. The rest of it's kind of like done by guess. So, don't wonder what I'm doing when I get sort of lose it. I can't quite see where the tape starts and ends there, so hopefully I've got it in the right places. So I think I'm just going to risk going straight over the tape here and making sure I've got it nice. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. That looks okay. Just got to get something to put some of this. I've got too much paint on there, so just get something to put the leftovers on. Here we are. A bit of paper, that'll do for later. Hate waste. Right. And you can see on the edges I've let the paint kind of run down like that, so I'm just going to paint the little bits. Can you see those bits there? So I'll just make sure it kind of runs down That's it, follows the line round. They're only kind of little touches, and same as I said before, probably wouldn't bother other people, but I've seen it and then it will bother me. Or go all the way around and just same thing. Sorry, I keep taking it out of camera there. My dining table's like an octagonal shape. Trying to get the best position for the camera doesn't get the best position for painting. And I really should have put plastic on the table, but hey. This was a spur of the moment thing. I actually just went in the kitchen to make myself a cup of tea, and then I thought, oh, I'll fiddle with those paintings while I'm here now. What to do about these glitter bits? Let's put a little of the bluey ones on first. I've got blues on there, haven't I? Blue and purple. Well, that's a nice purpley one. And maybe that blue. These are, well, this one's actual paint, the purple one. I think it says, yeah, electric purple flip. It's one of these that shimmers, 2 colours, blue, purple. And usually I just mix that with Floetrol and make it into a paint. But it is actual paint pigment. It's a question how to get a little out. That's the hard part. Tried it with straw with some gold, but that was not a good idea because there's little bits coming, but they're not. Yeah, when I tried it with the straw, I sucked a little up with the straw, but that's not working. Right. This is why I get messy when I paint. Yeah, sucked them up. Got something stuck on there now. Oh, I can't believe that. Typical. There, that's done. Ah, see, there's a little nice bit gone there. That's better. Just want some tiny bits. Yeah, back to straw. I sucked some up with. I sucked it up carefully with the straw, blew it out very carefully, then forgot to take a breath and ended up with like little bits of gold powder making me cough like mad. Wasn't the nicest experience. I think if I had the blue, that might be a bit of overkill, given that I've got to use the big sparkles or I'll get reprimanded, I expect. I'll see. If I think it needs it, what I'll then do, if I'm going to do some resin, then I'll, not too many of these, do we? If I do some resin, I can always add a little in the resin and then hopefully that'll give it a little more 3-dimensional kind of look as well. So, too many on there. I love glitter. Right, I think that will do. So you can see all these are, it's just little, you can quite, I can't remember, I did find this in a paint one, I think, but you can often find them in like nail art or soap making things. So yeah, this little pot was about £6, but it will last ages. And it's just little different shapes, all holographic ones, but really pretty. Right, I'll, usually I'd let this dry, but just to show you what it's like, I'll peel the tape off now. And you can see that looks much better. Straighter edge. Just sort of some nice clean edges now rather than the slightly random ones I had before. And I'll lift it right up to the camera so you can see that using this, just the neat paint, thick like that, it's gone over the other colours. See, you can't see where I went over, and you can't see them through there. Get really close up, make sure it's not my eyes. Now I can't see them. So, yep, done. And that looks, I'm much happier with that now. I haven't got those slightly wavy lines. But yeah, if I was going to do it again, and I do want to do it on a bigger canvas, something like this, I've got some big 40 by 16 inch canvases, Actually, I will measure and make sure I get these at the same angles because they're slightly awry. I can see now that one's wider there than there, which makes these out of kilter, but that's fine for now. I'll play around with that. I'm happy with that. Once that's dry, put some varnish on and we're done. A little bit of black slipped under there. So, yep, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you want to see more from me. Jeannie's Art Adventures. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but I'm always honest and I'll tell you what I'm doing. And try and revamp when they do go wrong. So, thanks very much. Bye.